Hello, girls, and it's good to see you back again this week. I hope you're having a good time, still enjoying the summer. And I am at this particular moment in time having a delicious coffee with cream, real cream, not milk or half and half or any of those things, proper cream. It's so gorgeous. It's one of my treats and I really enjoy having it in the morning first thing, and sometimes I'll have it in the evening as I am doing at the moment. I wonder what your treat for the day is. Do you like to finish the day with a glass of wine, or would you rather take some time in the afternoon and have a fabulous cup of tea with a large piece of cake? The cake is what appeals to me, of course, but then I'm a little piggy sometimes. You probably aren't. It's been quite a week, as usual, lots of things happening. A lot of them, as usual, you wish hadn't happened, but they did. On Sunday, I had 2 anniversaries. One was the anniversary of my first marriage, which was in 1973. If he was still around, we would have been married 46 years. And of course, it was the anniversary of my mother's moving to a different plane. I still miss her every day. And I think we all, once we reach that stage, feel as though we're an orphan when both our parents are gone. Do you still have your parents? If you do, then you're very lucky. And if you don't, I'm sorry. Really, I am. I was talking to someone about grieving the other day, and there are a lot of rules and regulations that seem to be associated with the grieving process. And really, they're all rubbish, because your grief is something that's personal to you. Whether you take a short time or a long time, it makes no difference, because it's you and it's your grieving. People who say, oh, pull yourself together, you should be over it by now, after just a couple of years, for example, obviously have no simpatico, and they certainly have no perception in terms of what somebody else is thinking or feeling. So I'm going to move on from that, because it's not a subject I particularly enjoy talking about. And I'm going to ask you, do you want to change? Do you think you need to change? This is something that we find very hard to answer. Some of us never answer it because some of us may never want to or need to change. This is, again, is subjective, like grieving, same thing really. I have included an image of a post I made on Facebook last week, which is all about whether you want to change or don't, because at the end of the day, and it's perfectly true, if you don't want to change and you're not ready for it, nothing is going to steer you in that direction. Not bullying or shouting or suggesting or anything at all. It's just not going to happen, really. Have a look at the image and see what you think. See if you agree with me or not. Of course, I'm getting ready for Italy, aren't I always? And this week I've published a story. Is it a story or a blog? I'm not sure. I'm going to let you decide that. And it's about crossing the road in Italy. If you read it, you'll think, oh my goodness, I'm never going to visit that country in a million years. It sounds frightful. But in reality, it's one of those situations when you're there, it's quite funny. And it's just a shock when you first get there to discover nobody's going to stop for you. So I hope you enjoy the article. I actually had great fun writing it because it brought it all back to me. And I have also included, so basically I guess it's an article on travel, is it not? Yes, I think it is. As you can see, I've also included some photographs of denim jackets that you can buy in Positano. And they're quite extraordinary. I don't know if I'd actually want one, but they are quite extraordinary. And if there's one thing I love, it's shopping in Positano, which can be quite expensive, but it can also be quite inexpensive. Again, you have to know where to go, which is the same with everywhere, really, isn't it? So I'm going to finish now. There's a few more things in there that I think you might enjoy. I hope you enjoy. Please let me know if you do. And remember, always remember, this isn't a rehearsal. So if you're not aging disgracefully already, perhaps it's time to start. And I will see you next week. Ciao, ciao.